I'm Kristen Vartan. Here are the stories making headlines locally. Somber developments in the case of the child swept in the Kern River last weekend. The Kern County Sheriff's Office is reporting that recovery teams did find a child's body in that area. Thursday, KCSO helicopters found a body about 200 to 300 yards from where a young boy went missing around Keysville. Search and rescue teams were able to recover the body, and KCSO says it might be the same person.
Because of the area, it's likely that it was the same juvenile that went missing last Saturday. However, we can't confirm until the coroner releases the identity of the body pending further investigation.
It all started last week when an adult and child were reported being swept away in the river. Authorities were able to pull out the adult but could not find the child, who was believed to be 9 or 11 years old. And the search effort was a large operation, not only with KCSO but Kern County Fire and park rangers. During the pandemic, incidents of child abuse became harder to monitor with less time in school and extracurriculars. That's why one group wants to remind kids that they're not alone out there. That group being Bikers Against Child Abuse, hosting an event today to do just that. Bikers Against Child Abuse, or BACA, is a nonprofit whose sole purpose is inspiring and empowering kids as they go through difficult experiences like court proceedings. When a child is brought into the group, they're given their own vest, a nickname, and the group will stand by there until their side at the very end. To help support the organization, the group holds one fundraiser every year, a poker run all throughout town. For the last few years, the pandemic did put fundraising on hold, but not the work. So now the group is hoping the community will come out and share in the work they do. Registration will start at 9:30 a.m. and the bikers will take off at 11 from Bakersfield Harley-Davidson. Now everyone is welcome to join the group at Ethel's Old Corral, and food, drive, and live music. And now let's take a look at your weather forecast here at 23 ABC News. We are seeing a cool down coming this weekend. It was pretty hot this past week, Thursday, Friday in those 90s. We are going to cool down significantly, possibly have a chance of rain as well on the way. Why is this happening, by the way? It's because we had this pressure sitting on top of us that is now letting up, bringing in cooler temperatures along the way. This upper level trough, which is going to give us these 70s and then eventually 60s into the week. It's also being affected by these winds in the teens on the valley floor, in the 20s in our mountain communities, and even in the 40s and 50s in our deserts. It's going to be pretty windy out there. That will let up a little bit on Sunday, but it will still be pretty cold for us here. We're going to go into those 70s, eventually those high 60s, into a 10% chance of rain Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. That's Good Friday for you. And then for our mountain forecast, we're going to see a similar downtrend of temperature and possible chances of rain in those 70s, skirting into the 60s, and even in the 40s in Tehachapi and Fraser Park, eventually going back up to the 60s and into the high 50s with a chance of rain on Friday for us. So it's definitely cooling down significantly. And that's what's making headlines for us here on 23 ABC News. We'll have another update for you later today.